Meat City, baby.
Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another episode of Kicking Aces here in World of Tanks. And today we are in an encounter battle on the cliff map, and I am driving the Charioteer. This is the Tier 8 British tank destroyer, and I enjoy this tank. I'm not much of a tank destroyer player, but I do like tanks that are mobile and that have good guns and that can kind of get where they want to go and help early on and change flanks and kind of be versatile. And the Charioteer fits that role. It does everything pretty well. It's kind of like a Cromwell in a lot of ways. Has a really nice gun, doesn't have much armor, and it's a little bit sneaky. Its view range can get up past its detectability range, especially if you're stationary and you get yourself in a bush. So this is a pretty good tank. I enjoyed the grind through this tank and progressed onto the Conway, which is a very logical step in the same direction, same kind of tank, and just one step up the chain. So I'm doing something a little bit weird, I guess, for a tank destroyer, although I feel like the Charioteer is one that can get away with it. I am trying to contest the lighthouse here in the middle of the cliff map, and I do see a T-21 on the enemy team, a light tank who probably does belong here, beats me to the spot, and I get lit up well before I'm able to cross that gap. So I make a decision and decide I'm gonna hold my ground, get a nice shot into the T-21 as he passes through the gap, stay protected, and then just kind of wait for a beat, get at least unspotted, and then see if I can make my pass across or if I can do more good here and kind of take some shots down from this elevated position. So again, this tank is fast enough that I felt like I could get away with this. And there we go, I disappear off the radar and I make my break for it. I jump across the gap quickly. I saw some of the tank's guns were kind of turning away as they disappeared off my radar. So I thought, well, maybe I'll take a hit, but it was worth it. I have to try and contest this position. If you give the vision to the enemy team, it's just too valuable. So we peek over the crest and we have just enough gun depression to get our gun down on the T-21, put in the second shot and get the killing blow for our first kill of the game on that light tank. And now the hill is ours. Nobody else from the enemy team came here to contest. I don't really have any support here either, but this is a great location if you have a tank with some view range that you can provide a whole lot of spotting on the enemy team, kind of hiding back, camping in their base, shooting from positions behind the houses, back there on the, what is that, the HIJ line. There's houses and bushes there. So, and the other thing it lets you do is shoot way down here to the other side of the little like divot where the flag is located in this encounter battle. And really bad first shot there on the Scorpion. I definitely had a good chance to do some damage, but my second shot, I held the line and got that blind shot to go in. And again, we saw that hit due to the damage indicator going up. And then we have a VK crossing. I did some nice tracking there, got the lead just right for that shot, also at a pretty good distance, and put in another shot. So we're putting in a little bit of damage here. We're up to about 1,300, and that's okay. We've got a kill. Again, our main job here, we're trying to be a spotter and assister, trying to hold the vision and deny it to the enemy team. And that's worked out really well so far. You can see the team is pulling through. We're up by 2 kills, now 3, and we've got a whole push from tanks that went up all the way around the edge of the lighthouse hill there, out on the 9 line, and they've made the turn and now they're pushing into the enemy base. And this is what you want. This is how you win the map, right? You can hold, prevent them, they're not capping early, and then you can flank around from behind, clean up their artillery, clean up their sniping tank destroyers, and you'll have the game. So at this point, I feel like I'm not providing any more vision. My tanks have advanced beyond me, so if anyone's spotting anything, it's gonna be them. I decide, okay, let me push, get in here. There's 2 artillery on the enemy team. Maybe we can do a little bit of arty hunting and get a little bit of reward for our patience earlier on in the battle. So again, the speed of the Charioteer is really good. It's a mobile tank, and so we can do that here at the end and clean up. And so quickly, we slam on the brakes, put in a shot, we get the kill on the first artillery, and then we see this tank destroyer here. And again, I felt like if I kind of advanced and let him get behind the rock. If I had held there for just another second, I would have been able to put in a second shot and maybe secure that kill. But no big deal, my teammates cleaned that one up very quickly anyway. And so we're gonna keep advancing here, and there we go. We find the American artillery and we take him out in a hit. So we're up to 2,000 damage. We've got ourselves 3 kills now, I think. Having a nice little game here. Looking for a little bit of cleanup kill. We're gonna try and get one shot. I think it's a Draugen that's left as the solo tank, and I kind of screwed that up. I wanted to get a shot in there, and I kind of didn't have the momentum, or too much momentum. I didn't hit the brakes, and I was tipping over the ridge, and you're not going to hit a shot while you're falling down the embankment. And the kill gets cleaned up, and that's a victory for our team, and a nice one. Hey, that's a 3-kill, 2,000 damage battle for the Charioteer. And you may be asking yourself, well, that doesn't sound like it lives up to the Kicking Aces label that you gave this video. Kicking Aces are supposed to be, you know, the crazy good games. And while this was certainly a solid performance, it definitely doesn't sound like it lives up to that title. And you would be right. This is a bit of an interesting episode, because when I got to this final results screen, saw that I was in second place, I also saw who was in first place, or not so much who, but what kind of performance was given to take first place. This is RNOxMEEPxLamax, and they put up 9 kills to go with 5,500 damage in the AMX 65T. And those numbers really jumped out at me as surprising. I had no idea this was going on during the battle, and someone was having such a rager of a game. Again, I was kind of feeling it. I was in a groove, having a good game. No idea that this kind of game was going on from one of my teammates. So now we're going to switch over and watch the battle from MEEP's perspective and see how they racked up such impressive numbers. So one of the great things about the replay feature is that I can do things like this. I was actually recording the battle that you saw from my perspective. I had my capture software up and running, and so we had a nice video capture for the battle, and that's great. But we can now go in and pick download the replay and pick whatever perspective we want. So when I notice one of my teammates having like a rock star game, I can go back in, download the replay, and then jump in and do it from their perspective. And so that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna get to see the same battle twice, but from a different perspective and from somebody who had a monster of a game. So again, we're gonna refer to this player as MEEP, their full name. We went through earlier, and you'll see it in the post-battle results. I did contact them after this game and let them know, hey, I was in that battle, you had an awesome game. I wanted to put a video together, and they said, sure, go for it. So they're in the AMX 65T, which is a tank I am not familiar with. I believe it was added to the tech tree. It is a French Tier 8 tech tree heavy tank. I believe it was added after I left the game the first time all those years ago. So I don't know much about this tank, but from what you'll see today, it certainly is capable of putting up some good performances. It seems to have some really good armor and a reliable gun. And wow, there we go, out the gate. MEEP gets the first kill there on an enemy that was kind of trying to cap the base. And if you notice at the beginning there, MEEP went up that little slope on the back side of the map. I'd never seen that done before. I'm guessing that's been there forever. I'm guessing you guys have all seen that before, but I didn't know that that was there, and I use it all the time now. So I definitely had a takeaway from this battle. That is a cool way to get up the slope without having to go all the way around and exposing your side to those tanks while you're making that last push. There's a little bit of vulnerability, but not too much. So a great little tactic, and I use it all the time. So MEEP is in this battle with a teammate. They're platooned up, and they're working together. I think they're in the same clan even. So they are working together very efficiently. Obviously, that is going to give some advantage to MEEP in this battle, having a platoon mate that they can coordinate with, but still, having a platoon mate is no guarantee of a 9-kill Rockstar game. So, great position here. This is why you want to be in this position if you can, because now you can push this corner, and that lets you get these shots cross up into the middle of the map, where most of the tanks are kind of sitting and waiting and hiding and peeking and poking, and you can just throw shots into their side all day from down here. And that's what MEEP is doing, just pumping out damage and then letting all the shots coming this way bounce off. It looks like the front armor on this tank is really good, or it's the turret. I'm not sure. I didn't check the armor profile. I probably will after I put together this video, because it was an interesting and inspiring performance for a tank that wouldn't really catch my eye from any other aspect other than seeing how well it performed in this battlefield. So MEEP, again, racking up a couple of kills now at this point, pumping out the damage, and then again, this is why this position is so good. The enemy pushes into that center little valley, and you have the high ground so you can come down. MEEP puts a shot into the Scorpion G there. That is a small tank. I don't think he even needed to put that shot in. He probably could have rammed it for the entirety of the health that it had left there. But puts in a shot, does the ram to finish it off, and then this, I think this is called the Bear, another tank I am not familiar with. Missed its first shot when it had Meep kind of looking the other way. Charges in, and now you're just going to see a one-on-one clinic. I don't know, is the Bear just severely underpowered here? But it also doesn't seem to be using any advantages. It's not using mobility. It's not getting around the side. It just stays in front and gets completely beat up by Meep here in the AMX 65T. So I don't know, is that 6 kills now? 5, 6? We're racking them up really quick. We know the end goal, the end result is going to be 9 kills, and we are close to getting that way. And so I think right about now, you know, we have seen little pop-ups. There we go. There's Jim Diesel getting another kill in the Charioteer, my paltry little 3-kill performance. But we're lighting up some of these tanks, and we can see Meep poking out, securing these kills. And there we go. There's another one. That's the Hellcat 105, the American tank destroyer, down. That's another kill now. And again, the shots are just bouncing. I think, there we go. That might be the second penetrating shot that Meep has taken all game. And so I complete my hero run, take out the second artillery, and as I'm trying to get shots on this Draugen, again, no idea, but Meep here is going to handle this guy and is going for his 9th kill. And if I had known that, I might not have been trying so hard to get that last kill to improve my game, because when somebody's having a game like this, hey, let them get that last kill and really beef up those numbers. Not too often that you're getting a Radley-Walters or close to a Pool's Medal. And so, yes, Meep certainly didn't need me to let them finish that last tank off, and not that I was trying to do that anyway. I had no idea this was going on, but there they go. Bullied that tank, pushed them up on the embankment, and then took them out with a final shot to secure the last kill, secure the win. 9 kills, 5,500 damage for Meep in the Tier 8 French heavy tank. And so, let's take a quick look at the post-battle results. So first, a quick look at my results there in the post-battle. 2,069 damage, nice, 3 kills, a little bit of assistance. So, you know, we made bank on that battle with 17,000 credits with a premium. We would have come out on the in the black, even if we didn't have the premium account. Just a nice, solid game, something that I wasn't too unhappy about in the Charioteer. But of course, the star of the show, and we're not going to get to see all of the medals and the rewards. We'll have to rely on just this post-battle screen, but we can see that Meep really cleaned up here. And I guess we know for 9 kills, I think that's a Radley-Walters. You got to get 10, I believe, for a Pool's Medal. So Radley-Walters on down for the kills. I'm guessing that's an ace tanker. That 2,242 base XP. Yeah, that's going to be an ace tanker, so we're going to give it to him. And again, that's what justifies the kicking aces here. The 9 kills would have been enough. The 5,500 damage would have been enough. The 2,242 base XP. Yeah, all of that definitely is worthy of a kicking aces video. So congrats to Meep and his platoon mate, who I'm sure was helping out, and to the very small minor role that I played in kind of holding and helping and providing some vision. Sure, it's a team win, but the substantial amount of credit has to be given to Meep in his blazing performance in the AMX 65T. So hopefully you enjoyed this, a little bit of a different flavor with the 2 videos. I'm going to do a couple of these. When I see a really good performance from a teammate, we'll kind of do a similar style, or maybe I'll blend the perspectives back and forth from my tank and theirs throughout the battle, just trying stuff out, having some fun. And I like the way that this went. And again, really helps you see when somebody has a great performance, how they did it, what they did, and maybe we pick up some tips and tricks along the way, like I certainly did watching this one back. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.